And just like that, what might be the final episode of the recording session has begun, or the finale of the series. Welcome back to Ghost Trick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. It's like a video game, it's like a commentary. Well, it depends. If this goes on for like an hour, I might split it up. But if it's like 40 minutes or less, this is the finale. And I'm pretty sure we have less than 40 minutes of content left. Maybe. Who knows? So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to continue. What is it? What can Sissel and I do? Don't forget, I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Yomiel! Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. Just trust me, let's go. Alright, I'll try to move there. Excuse me, what? Alright. Now gather your strength and make it spray, as if your life depended on it. My life, huh? I'm dead. I was about to say, I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all! And remember, you'll only have a split second. Okay, now go! Got it! Okay. What are we gonna do now? Now it's your turn, Missile. What? Me? But what can I do? I think you know the answer to that. Okay, got it! Okay, here we go. You can swap them! The hunk of concrete will go back to its original position. But even if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lynn! Don't worry. Okay, I'll do it! I'll swap them! There we go. Swapping time! You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here! It's no use! Take this! We can't stop that horrible minnow! What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped. Oh, it helped alright. These few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn! Okay, here we go. I'm not controlling him right now. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean... That's right. I'm going to save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Ye gods. That sounded really rough for that line. Are you... you're awake. Hey, mister, is your knee okay? Huh? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt. You saved me, mister? I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could. What's that? This is a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave. A detective's badge? Thanks. Okay, you know what to do, little detective. Are you alive? Yeah. Sadly. Hang on. Help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me. I see. but, you know, I'm glad it happened.
Hey, mister! I found this kitten. It was over there.
Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's kinda limp. Is it okay?
I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything.
Poor little kitty.
How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel's.
Called it! Called it, ladies and gentlemen! What did I say? What did I say? you actually, no, a lot of people thought that it was a very valid theory, but still, anyway.
Sissel's. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years, you are my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend? I think. Well, I guess if it... Well, I have to give him a different voice now, right? If he's gonna be... Well, he's the main character, so he gets... you know, whatever. They get the same voice, whatever. They say that if you spend enough time with somebody, you develop similarity, and whatever. I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, as a little kitten that wandered into this park, I was weak and all alone in the world. Hold it! Hold it! That was Jowd, of course. Somebody, please look at me. Huh? Oh, a kitten! Shoo, you might get hurt! Somebody, please reach out a hand to me. I had just only died at that time. I had lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the Black Kitten, with no recollection of who I was. Wait, I'm still wondering, who was the Ray of Light? Is the Ray of Light... I lived as a cat with you for a while now. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat. No, that wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for him to be... Yeah, because... Okay, never mind. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and then the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiel." The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man, and there was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness, with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects. But then, after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. The Black Cat. I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder. The corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel, there inside the bag, was dead. What? How do you think I got the ghost tricks, man? Come on. I wasn't able to control her completely. Oh. The first bullet didn't hit anything. Or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel inside that bag. Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Timsic radiation. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought the corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at that time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean... I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here 10 years in the past now! That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate. And I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yes, I believe you're right. So, this is the last fate to be averted, eh? Fate averted, ladies and gentlemen. Fate averted. So, Yomiel, it looks like your plan of revenge ended in failure. Yes, and I'm glad too. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years. Oh, that was Lynn. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born. Right, we should just get back to our new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again!
So these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did. My crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, eh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn's hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey Sissel. Yes? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now. Right, Yomiel? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yomiel.
Sissel? Aren't we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand if we weren't.
Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then.
Sissel, I'll never forget you!
I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Jowd. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning. And now, we're each going back to our new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again.
Wait!
Before you go back to your new present, I wanted to thank you. Who is this? Is this the lamp? Before I cease to exist.
Oh, it's you!
Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you have forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I am really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know. Who exactly are you? Fair enough. I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fates of many people tonight. The first of which was hers. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left. And then in the process, two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw toward his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that! Look at that! The powers of the dead! But how? He didn't really understand it himself. Not yet, anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute! That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. To pause there for a second because of stupid motorcycle. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in the red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What?! He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. Oh, Roku Kapasopa. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? I'm still gonna give him the Edgeworth voice. That's right. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own, so you decided to wait those 10 years out. Exactly. And then at last, that fateful night rolled around again. By this time, I had grown old, and my powers were weak. So I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second! You were able to manipulate that desk lamp! Over the course of those long 10 years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching the man in red, I found out that there are individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do, like travel through the telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power, especially for trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before, on that night the first time around. We what? We met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lin had lost her life at the junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost world past the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. It made my fur stand on end, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot in that night the first time around as well. You had lost your memory this time too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared. Sway over the telephone line. Or away. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that, this time, I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along this the right path of doing it, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, Toyomi-el. What? I gave you the information you need to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right, as you know, I said you had only until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have been all over. Then, you mean, that thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that? Completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. These passing years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile, I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile, so you waited and waited these long 10 years. All for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh? Of course. Because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sissel. And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had really happened in this town tonight. It's auto-advancing. I made my way back to a new present. Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn on the lights here. Oh, it's Lynn. Huh? What? Huh? Oh, there's no gun, so it's just, yeah. You bet I was! You nearly scared me to death! Yippee! It worked! But it's not even my birthday today! It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday! I made this surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again! That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd! Dad, you're home! Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today. Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Is something wrong? You have one of those badges too. Two? Oh, this? Yeah. I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though. Well, how long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guided you? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, eh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me. That you will. That you will. Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're that same little kitten. That's right, the very one. But he should be like 8,000 years old at this point, shouldn't he? You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten? Yep, he never got any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sissel. Sissel. It seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. I think Sissel likes you, Lynn. I never gave her a voice. Alright, everyone. Alright, everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom! I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow, too. And so we meet again, Sissel. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now this is my new fate. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch. Watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives as they unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. Well, what can you do? Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn! Like I said, it is my birthday! God, this music. Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort! But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. Music. Alright. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the ending. How do you but definitely not good. Maybe now it can be a great detective just like Inspector Cabanella. What kind of example is the Inspector providing for his men? Just left this super smatter. That really killed the mood, I'm sorry. Whatever. It's no big deal. Here's your fuel, gentlemen! I suddenly remember the voices I gave these guys. Memory, what are you doing here? I heard you were gonna be picking new members of the Special Investigation Unit today. So now look on a part-time job here again, just so you can eavesdrop. Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals. La la la! I've loved to cook this way before, so exotic, so exciting! Them Ricolanda, Cuban and Filmed Greek, Air Chicken, Paradise, la la! Is this really necessary, this new curried chicken menu item? Oh, but the very best customer requested it! Now good luck with the taste testing! Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite! Just who exactly is his very best customer anyway? Who do you think? This guy, of course. God, why does it do this? This is freaking annoying. Are you sure we really need all these explosives? Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said, see? Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams! That's a lot of fish. So this is where you work, huh, Papa? That's right, sweetheart. Duh, darling husband! Don't you have any ideas at all of what you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories and descriptions of men. No, unless you talk that way in front of our darling angel. Here's to our stodgy mind of my darling husband. This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say, these grapes are quite good, my pen. Then you know is about to scrape the bottom of this D, sir. B for one, sir. Egad! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now. Love, peace, and pittance! Long live rock and roll! I don't remember what voice I gave that guy. Stop the park from charging emissions! Protect the rest of the... Today's the day, you know, he's finally getting out. You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. Then let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations! We do this when we have stomachache! We call it Dance Away the Pain! Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could still show it to me, say something? You got it! Blah, 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 blah. Well, yep, that's Ghost Trick, ladies and gentlemen. Special thanks to Michael Patterson, Mickey Torode, Dominic Matthews, I can't read that fast. Jason Allen. Here's to you. Here's looking at you, kid. 10 young years, yo, me all your time, so the I'm always going to visit you is waiting outside. Thank you, Sissel. Saving. Return to title. Well, that was a good finale. It was all the way up until the credits when the music started going friggin' haywire. That really kind of made me a little mad. I'm a little mad about that, but what can you do, ladies and gentlemen? So, yep, that was Ghost Trick, ladies and gentlemen. In the flesh, but not really, because they're ghosts, and it's not really in the flesh because it's a game, and it's not really in the flesh because you watched a series of it, but nah. Anyway, without further ado, what did you guys think of all of that? All the plot twists, all the craziness. This was a fun ride, it really was, and I really enjoyed it. This will be going up on a Tuesday, correct? Which means that I'm going to have to go record like a Let's Go Random or a Mega Test to go up on the Thursday slot, and then the next series will start on Saturday. Who knows what it could be? It could be Danganronpa. It depends on if people have, like, any issues with it, I suppose. But anyway, though, without further ado, I suppose we can end things off here. So, as per usual, as I always say at the end of my series, and I always mess up at the end of it, how does it go again? Well, if you decide to watch any of my other series, whatever they may be, whether it be Child of Light, whether it be whatever the next series is, or anything of that sort, well, bye for now, and if you only came here for Ghost Trick and, that was it, and this series is over and now you'll be going off and watching other people, well, that's fine. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is MegaShadowFist signing out for the last time on Ghost Trick. Phantom Detective. Bye.